A Greeneville man charged with attempted first-degree murder pled guilty in criminal court on Tuesday to two lesser charges. 66-year-old Dennis Coffey pled guilty in Greene County Criminal Court to one count of aggravated assault and one count of aggravated burglary. Investigators formally charged Coffey with the attempted first-degree murder of 49-year-old Christopher Heaton and especially aggravated burglary in October 2016. Coffey reportedly stabbed Heaton in the upper chest at an apartment on South Roof Taylor Road. Coffey was sentenced to 10 years for the aggravated assault and 10 years for the aggravated burglary with 35% release eligibility. These will run concurrently. Coffey has a split confinement, meaning he will spend at least 180 days in jail and possibly the rest on parole. The Tennessee Bar Association Young Lawyers Division, in conjunction with dozens of local attorneys, will be drafting free wills for area firefighters, police officers, paramedics, EMTs, and their spouses on Saturday, May 6 from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Greene County Courthouse. The Wills for Heroes program has been the primary public service project of the Tennessee Bar Association Young Lawyers Division for the last 6 years. To date, the program has served almost 2,000 first responders in the state, and more than 900 lawyers have volunteered their time. Nationwide, more than 7,000 emergency first responders have been helped. To sign up for the service, contact Kirk Collins at 972-4388. In addition, witnesses and notaries are still needed to assist throughout the day and may contact Collins to volunteer. The Chuckey Utility District Board of Commissioners approved for the district to begin seeking a new location for their district office at their meeting on Wednesday. The Board of Commissioners approved for the district to seek a new location closer to Chuckey on Highway 11E for the district office. The current location of the Chuckey Utility District is on Highway 11E near the movie theater. The district will look for a building or land closer to Chuckey for the office to make it easier for customers to come by the office. Starting on May 1st, Chuckey Utility District customers can pay their water bill at Heritage Community Bank, whether they have an account with the bank or not. The commissioners also approved changing the time of their meetings from 4:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. The Chuckey Utility District Board of Commissioners will next meet on Wednesday, May 10th at 8:30 a.m. in the district office. The Tennessee Department of Transportation will suspend all interstate construction work this Easter weekend in anticipation of increased holiday travel. TDOT crews and contractors will stop all road construction work that requires lane closures beginning tonight at 6 p.m. through Monday morning at 6 a.m. This will provide maximum roadway capacity to motorists expected to travel across the state this holiday weekend. Motorists will still encounter some long-term lane closures on construction projects that will remain in place. While lane closure activity will be stopped, some workers may be on-site in construction zones and reduced speed limits will still be in effect. Slower speeds are necessary in work zones due to the temporary layout of the roadway and will be enforced. From your desktop or mobile device, get the latest construction activity and live streaming SmartWay traffic cameras at tnsmartway.com/traffic. Travelers can also dial 511 from any landline or cellular phone for travel information, or follow them on Twitter at TN511 for statewide travel. A man and woman were arrested Wednesday on charges of animal cruelty after a cat that was found at their apartment had to be euthanized. Greene County Animal Control received a complaint Tuesday of a cat at the apartment of 61-year-old Eddie Holt and 36-year-old Grace Holt in the 1100 block of Arnold Road. According to the arrest warrant, the cat was confined in a room with no water or food and was living in unsanitary conditions. The cat was very emaciated and lethargic, with a severe infestation of lice and fleas. The cat was turned over to animal control and taken to a veterinarian, where it had to be euthanized. Grace Holt was arrested Wednesday afternoon at the Knights Inn on the 11E bypass, while Eddie Holt was taken into custody about an hour later at Doak School. Both are free on $500 bond and will appear in court on Monday. A man was cited for unattended burning after an investigation into a report of smoke Wednesday evening, according to the Greene County Sheriff's Department. Deputies in the Camp Creek Volunteer Fire Department had been looking for the source of smoke visible from a mile outside the city limits. The fire was found at a property in the 500 block of Stephen Brooks Road, where an estimated 65-foot-long trench had been filled with logs that were burning. A second stack of logs was about 50 feet away, and the edge of the tree line was about another 40 feet away. No one was around the fire and there was no one at the residence, so fire department personnel began to put out the fire. About 20 minutes later, a neighbor said that she had called the property owner and that he would be there in about 10 minutes. 58-year-old David Ray Craig arrived and showed a burn permit, and said that he was not aware he could not leave the fire burning unattended. According to state fire laws, fires that are within 150 feet of a woodlands or forest cannot be left unattended unless it is totally extinguished. Craig was issued a criminal summons to appear in General Sessions Court on a misdemeanor charge of unattended burning. Because he had a permit, efforts to put out the fire were stopped, and the fire department left the scene. For more in our news, visit our webpage at greeneville.com and sign up for our mobile news alerts by texting the word news to 59457.
With a look at your world of sports, I'm Jim Miller. Tusculum will hold a press conference this morning to introduce Nick Pasqua as its new head men's basketball coach. Pasqua comes to Tusculum after spending the past 8 seasons as the assistant coach at King University in Bristol. He helped the Tornado to 2 conference regular season championships and 2 NCAA tournament appearances. Pasqua is a native of Alcoa and a 4-year starter at King from 2004 to 2008 before joining the coaching staff. The press conference begins at 11:30 this morning in the Pioneer Park in the Niswonger Student Commons. Stanley Cup playoffs on Wednesday. The opening round to get underway. The Eastern Conference, New York Rangers beat Montreal 2-0. Boston over Ottawa 2-1, and Pittsburgh beat Columbus 3-1. In the Western Conference, St. Louis beat Minnesota 2-1 in overtime, while San Jose defeated Edmonton in overtime 3-2. Major League Baseball on Wednesday, winners in the American League, New York Yankees, Detroit, Chicago White Sox, Baltimore, Oakland, Texas, and Houston. National League winners, San Diego, St. Louis, the New York Mets, Cincinnati, Atlanta, the LA Dodgers, and San Francisco. Milwaukee defeated Toronto in the interleague game. NBA playoffs will get underway this weekend. 8 matchups on the schedule. On Saturday in the Eastern Conference, Indiana is at Cleveland and Milwaukee at Toronto. Western Conference on Saturday, Memphis at San Antonio, and Utah is at the LA Clippers. On Sunday in the Eastern Conference, it'll be Atlanta at Washington and Chicago at Boston. While the Western Conference playoffs on Sunday, Portland at Golden State and Oklahoma City at Houston. Vols continued spring workouts on Tuesday with nearly 2 hours of workouts on a warm afternoon at Haslam Field. 10 of the 15 scheduled spring practices are now complete. Head coach Butch Jones emphasized the importance of the spring period in establishing his team's physicality and growing its depth and maturity. The Vols will be looking forward to the Orange and White game, which concludes the spring season, coming up on Saturday, April 22nd at Neyland Stadium. Kickoff will be at 4 o'clock. Admission and parking will be free, and there will be a fan appreciation event prior to the kickoff. With a look at your world of sports, I'm Jim Miller.